Hello and welcome to another stream. As you may be able to hear in the background, we have something a little bit different. The first game of its kind on our channel. Welcome to Call of Cthulhu, a Lovecraftian, what did I call it? A Lovecraftian cosmic horror nightmare. More of a story-driven, narrative style game. And hopefully a lot more relaxed than a lot of the other things I've been playing on the channel. And I'm playing on controller for the sake of it not being so action-oriented, this game. Be nice to be able to sort of sit back and relax on the controller. So here we have Edward Pierce, veteran of the First World War, drowns his memories in liquor and sleeping pills. He is now a private detective who has trouble finding a case able to lift him from his torpor. Pierce must find a new case quickly or risk losing his license. Enter madness. If I am mad, it is mercy. May the gods pity the man who in his callousness can remain sane to the hideous end. H.P. Lovecraft, the author, creator of the original story, grandfather of modern horror. To move, use left stick. Just check the... Seems to be pretty decent. Just making sure everything's looking good on the stream. So far, so good. Audio levels seem to be pretty decent. So we've awoken in some kind of nightmarish dungeon. I feel like that might be a little bit too fast. Let's turn it down a touch. Bit better. You must light up some items in order to interact with them. Okay. So where do I... Oh, okay, there's a lantern over there. Hurricane lamp. Bolt cutters. Yep. So we have the other door as well. So we're gonna go and check. Looks like it might even just lead to the same place. I love this genre. I'm a huge fan of H.P. Lovecraft and his mythos. Can't unlock that from this side, but it's obviously leads to the same place. Can I put that lantern away? Whale carcasses all over the place.
Don't fight. You have been chosen.
Can't loot any of these.
Behold. Everything has already been written.
Just for the cutscenes.
But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
Gruesome. So a nightmare, apparently. Pierce investigations, consult diary. Now I am very interested in, what's this again? Skills. Okay, alright, so there's a bit of an RPG system involved. I didn't know that. Skills. Sanity. Which one am I on there? Skills. Sanity. So we've read that. Oh no, we haven't. Edward Pierce is a veteran of the First World War, where he took part in Meuse-Argonne offensive. He is one of the few survivors of the Lost Battalion, American units that suffered heavy losses from enemy and Allied artillery fire. Forced to hold their position for several days, surrounded by the bodies of their fallen comrades, without food or medical supplies, the soldiers were considered as lost by their fellow countrymen. Pierce is traumatized by these events. He consumes sleeping pills and liquor to ward off the nightmares that haunt him. So our sanity is stable. Confident in your abilities and your Cartesian mind, you conduct your investigation by sticking to the facts, your convictions and your perception of reality. Your conclusions are logical and reliable. Okay. The doctor can well repeat to me that I no longer need my remedy to keep my memories at bay, but I know that if I stop, the memories will return. One of these mornings I probably won't wake up. Despite the treatment, I again hear voices in my dreams, but they are different, unknown. They seem to surface from unfathomable and ancient depths. What nameless creature is calling me? How interesting. I have no clues. In our inventory is a lighter, my old lighter that I engraved in memory of the 77th Infantry Division and the men of the Lost Battalion who fell. We can inspect it. Can we turn it around a little bit? I feel like I want to sort of have a look at the bottom of it, but can't. Can only rotate it horizontally. Alrighty. I think it's set in the 1800s, this game. The date may have been... I may have missed the date, but... So a few things here for us to inspect.
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology.
Still a little bit jolty. Just feel like I should lower it. I usually play games with a higher sensitivity setting, but it doesn't seem... Seems a little bit too... Why is that so fast? Sorry about this. Oh, because I didn't apply it. There we go. That feels a bit better.
I should get rid of all this stuff.
Sounds a little bit like Russell. Is it Russell Crowe?
A good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy.
Not Russell Crowe, I'm thinking of a different actor. The bar owner who hired me didn't like the way I closed this case. But when you're already outside the law, there's not a lot one can do against a private detective who's got proof against you. Case solved. Okay, so we've already solved that case.
Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it.
The husband never understood that his wife had left him. He kept on calling me weeks after the investigation had been closed. Poor guy.
I wonder why I
What is it? Sleeping pills. Can't read what that is. The doctor prescribed them when I returned from the war. They swore that they would put an end to the nightmares. But for a while now, their effect has been wearing off. Okay.
Been too long since I've slept in a bed. The lost battalion. Holding your position and obeying orders. That isn't courage. I used to be an avid reader.
Nothing in there? Can't get anything in that one.
The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases. I have business here to attend to.
Okay. Anywhere we haven't checked then? Nothing on the desk? Aha. Have a drink, don't drink. Let's not drink.
Been a while since I jotted down something other than my nightmares.
Well, I've read it already, haven't I? Got something new in our inventory. Oh, knowledge. Okay. Didn't see this one before. So we've read all them. What else? I guess maybe we have to have a drink. Yes. Okay. I don't know whether or not we had to do that. This will affect your destiny. Okay. Oh. Turn that off. Game saved. You hear that outside? Okay, here we go.
I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherrifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
Okay. Allocate your character points. Each character point allows you to improve the score of a skill. What have I got here? 8. Well now, okay. Ability to influence those you talk to by the power of your speech. Increase your chance of convincing or manipulating during discussions. Physical power. Chance of forcing doors or mechanisms or using violence. Medical knowledge. Increases your chances of determining the dosage of a drug, making a diagnosis, or expressing your understanding of a medical problem. Knowledge of the occult sciences. Increases your chance of determining the use and origin of occult artifacts and expressing your knowledge of the myth. Human behavior. Increases your chance of understanding the motivations of a person based on his or her behavior. Oh, so it's a detective style game then. Find hidden objects. I think I'm going to go with this one. Increases your chances of finding hidden objects. An undiscovered object will not appear in the game. So how do I add? Did I just add to that or not? Oh, so the percentage is going up. 1 CP needed before next level. Okay, let's put that up then. What was the one in the middle? Represents your investigating talents. Chances of understanding past events by analysing a crime scene or an object. Picking locks. I'm going to go with that one. 5 CP needed before next level. 4, 4, 2. 4. Should I put all of them into this one? Yeah, let's do that. Let's just get it up there. Okay, we'll go with that. We're an expert in investigation and we're a professional at spotting hidden items. Do you really want to validate? Yes, I do.
Information, Mr. Pierce. Our files will soon be up to date. And on a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
Sure.
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, you still...
I'm coming.
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me, it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool. Sarah, my little girl, she is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes. Everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof...
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
What am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture. That's all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
Strange picture painted by Sarah Hawkins a short while before her tragic death was sent to her father just after the artist died. He is convinced that she is the sender. He brought me the painting so I could examine it. Stephen Webster, the wealthy industrialist, came to my office. He wants me to reopen the Sarah Hawkins case, named after his daughter who died in a fire alongside her entire family. I must examine the documents he compiled in order to know more about the case. Okay, so I can't choose anything else. Examine the painting. Let's examine the painting first.
What's this symbol on the man's chest? It's as if Sarah Hawkins breathed a message into it.
New occult element. Intuitive and visionary artist for some, overpriced imposter for others, Sarah Hawkins leaves nobody indifferent. This mysterious and reserved painter offers strange images with violent colours and wild strokes to the world. If her paintings are testimony to her vision of the world, then the world of Sarah Hawkins is a portal open to other dimensions. Basically what Lovecraft himself used to experience. This painting depicts a monstrous silhouette threatening a woman and child. I didn't see the child. Flames can be made out in the background. Stephen Webster, the father of Sarah Hawkins, thinks it is linked to the death of his daughter. Was that it? Is that what did we just... Yeah, we did, didn't we? Okay, we looked at that.
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
A shipping label. Some of it is unreadable, but I can make out part of the address, Warehouse 36, Darkwater. The police report says that the fire started in the dining room and claimed the whole family. The police decide on a domestic accident, but they nevertheless insist on Sarah Hawkins' mental frailty. Why? A press cutting, an article written about the marriage of Sarah and Charles Hawkins, a businessman from the island of Darkwater. They live a recluse life there with their only son Simon. Oh, don't think there's going to be anything on the back of it.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
Unlocked answer. You shouldn't take this painting lightly. Find out about Warehouse 36. Let's go this one.
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
Okay. You shouldn't take this painting lightly.
The meaning could be exactly as it appears. I think your daughter is sending you a message.
That's what I believe, too. It was 3 months ago that I received the call from the police telling me of my daughter's death. And yet a short while after, this painting was delivered to my home. The painting is linked to this case, can't you see? You must find the meaning behind all this.
Okay, I think that's all I need. She's obviously... People are perceiving her as mentally unstable, but she's having some sort of internal... She's on some kind of internal voyage. Similar to us, given the experience we had at the start of the game.
I think I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's
Hey,
sum
Dodd,
things up.
quiet down.
An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You'll be handsomely compensated.
All right, I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice. Darkwater. I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll no doubt find some information on this island in there.
Okay, I don't think I'm going to read all of these, but... This is a little bit of insight. So that's the son. He died in the fire. That's the guy we just met. So he believes his daughter wasn't mad. Local celebrity on Darkwater. The heir of a ship owner family. They fell in love, got married. Hawkins took her to the remote island of Darkwater. She disappeared from the front pages of newspapers. Nobody heard any more about her. So there's something about her, obviously, isn't there? Where am I going here? It's a little bit hard for me to tell which one I'm on there. Anyway, we've got another clue. Article written about the marriage of Sarah and Charles Hawkins, a businessman from the island of Darkwater. I read that, didn't I think. Oh, here we go. A monstrous silhouette threatening a woman and child. Yeah, we've read that already. Okay, so there's a book somewhere here on whatever he just said. It's not that one. The Learning of Medicine. A dense work aimed at interns and young practitioners. First volume lists all illnesses known in a civilized world. It details the symptoms and suitable treatment. Okay, so we've got that. It's got to be on the bookshelf.
I used to be an avid reader.
Not necessarily that bookshelf.
Darkwater is
Here
off
we
the
go.
coast of Boston. But I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since then.
Inhabited since the 14th century, still rich with the many memories left by its lost tribes, but don't let the romanticism of these moving evidences of such naive and primitive beliefs fool you into forgetting how violent their gods were. A gigantic creature still ornates the walls of long-abandoned caves. Was it a sea or a dream god? No one knows, but today's inhabitants, the sons and daughters of the proud whale hunters, remember the mysterious and tumultuous story of their small land off the coasts of Massachusetts. Okay.
All I have to do is go to the port. I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to Darkwater.
I'd be surprised if you couldn't. Be a pretty short game if you couldn't. So I don't think I'm going to read everything because there's a lot of lore, obviously. I'll read some of it, and I'll read what seems to be most important. He took the Hawkins case. The cursed artist is accused of having caused the fire that killed her and her family. The only clue, she left her father a disturbing painting, the shipping label and address, a warehouse set on the docks of the island of Darkwater. The starting point for Pierce's investigation. Got another cutscene.
Almost there. Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload. Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
A nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
So that's what we've read. Go to the bar, talk to Bradley, talk to Fitzroy. Have 1 point available. Can't do much with these, can I? Or was it medicine that... Objects discovered in the environment. Oh, I didn't know that. Didn't read that bit before. 6. Okay, so we can't really do much here anyway for the time being. And I don't think if they're at a percentage that probably makes much difference. It's probably the levels that changes mechanics, game mechanics. Okay, so what am I not looking at here? Sanity. Why is there a... There's an exclamation mark there which I can't seem to affect. Am I missing something here? Oh, because I've got 1 point. Alright, let's just put 1 point into something then. Psychology. Let's do that. Yeah, it's gone now. So that's just a little bit of a description of the island and the entrance to Darkwater. A gang of bootleggers has set itself up there. It's gnawing away at the territory of Captain Fitzroy, the last sailor to own a boat capable of making the round trip. Okay. Inventory. Knowledge. Okay, we've read those. Alright, let's have a little look over here. There's something going on over there. Can you talk to anyone? No, just certain people. Giant orca? Is it?
You can't do that.
But it's only a fish.
A fish? You've got no idea. Don't badmouth what you don't know, or you'll pay for it for sure.
Okay, that's enough.
Medicine.
Step back.
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Only a specialist would know what killed it.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming.
Superstitious
Something real
sailors, aren't they? Fishermen and sailors.
Put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
bad. They're cops. They can't understand.
Damn stupid idiots.
Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
That's
This
no
guy's a
way
bit
to
interested
treat
in us, isn't
Alfred.
he?
Oh, yeah. He's gonna
The same
Right, let's
goes
get
for
on.
you, sir. Move along.
Have you heard of Warehouse
I'm looking for
36?
this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
Ah. And so who are you?
I didn't introduce myself. Edward Pierce, private detective.
In any case, it's not very important. I can't answer that.
You can't? Or you don't want to?
Oh, no. I'm not getting into those games, me. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad.
Something coming, eh? Just gonna have a little look around before we head into the bar. Very foreboding place, isn't it? What's going on here?
Wanted to stir us up. There's nothing for you here either.
But you can
Big
stay to
heads.
watch if you want.
Alright, so we're not supposed to go that way yet. I guess we're gonna have to head into the bar. What is it? To run, was it? Left trigger. Prohibition. Okay,
Prohibition is just a joke around here.
fair enough.
That suits me fine.
Alright, we'll head into the bar first.
Hey, be Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
Sorry.
Pure instinct. I behaved like a Hun, and I sincerely apologize.
Veteran, huh?
307th Infantry Regiment.
Oh. Well, that'll be okay for now. But the war is over. Try not to forget it.
I'm here for information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
Fair enough. Have to forget that I don't need to read out the question because he does it. I'm not going to order a drink. Let's find out a little bit about Darkwater.
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
Okay. It's not speaking ill if it's true.
Her vision. Was it so terrible?
Way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable.
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
I'd like to.
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
Yeah, how about this warehouse?
Do you know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams.
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
That'll do, I think.
That'll be all for now.
So he's the owner of the Stranded Whale Bar. Okay. It's the bar. I say a lot of this stuff we're not going to read everything. Be too much. Slow the gameplay down too much. For my liking. Alright, what's going on here? Well, he looks like a character, doesn't he? Okay, so there's a couple of people here we can talk to. Let's start with these guys.
Do you like our song?
Best song I've ever heard.
We're true sirens. We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
What's the song?
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
It's a local legend?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof. Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report.
What report?
The one that's framed right behind you. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
Okay,
I bet
I'll leave
you
you.
found
I'll leave you guys to it.
Good
Enjoy.
night,
Enjoy your drinks.
stranger.
So long.
Not going to check every option.
Nightmares.
can hear things and voices whispering.
He's seeking.
Will
Is
follow its reader and appear at various locations.
the local seeker.
Gifted with its own consciousness. Until it finds a new reader.
The Necronomicon. Good book that. I highly recommend it.
That's it. Maybe we should let him take it. No, the risks are too high. It's a book, after all. Pure knowledge.
Hey, listen, word of advice. Don't go too deep too quick.
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
Can't really read that. I can read it a little bit. What does it say? Exceeds both in size and majesty every whale ever known to man. Okay. So they call it a big whale. Oh, okay, it's written here. There is no doubt that the immense size of this whale will allow numerous inhabitants of Darkwater to feed themselves, bringing an end to the famine from which part of the island was suffering. Warehouse for rent. Alrighty. So we've memorised a new clue. Where did I go? There, here. What am I doing? This. I don't know why this particular doesn't feel too intuitive to me trying to navigate this menu. Alright, so we've got the clue memorised, which just means it's the whole thing is stored. Okay.
And the doctor, what did he say?
He laughed.
My God.
You said it.
Member of the asylum staff. Okay. So the story of H.P. Lovecraft goes, these stories that he wrote, and there's loads of them, he had his own experiences internally of cosmic horror, cosmic awareness. He had these experiences himself on a regular basis. He also used to like... if it was opium or so he was into his sort of drugs, psychedelics and opiates. So a lot of what he wrote in his book were tales and reflections of his own experiences. I'm talking about the real person who wrote the original Call of Cthulhu story.
What you looking at, stranger?
She looks important, doesn't she? She can certainly put them away. Let's go with this one.
Clientele is predominantly male.
Tell me something I don't know.
I meant nothing by it. I'm just wondering what a woman like you is doing in this flea trap.
And I'm wondering what could be going through the head of the chump who goes to disturb her. Let me drink, stranger.
Alrighty, I tell you what, I won't bother you anymore. Got to remember we're role-playing a detective here.
I told you to beat it.
Alright, fair enough. Alright. Okay, let's go up to Fitzroy. There's a whaling museum nearby me, actually, where I live in real life. Next town over. Very interesting place. They've got a lot of this sort of stuff around. Harpoons. Oh, we've heard that. What's this here? Prohibition. Big skeletons of giant whales. And small whales, dolphins, things like that. Pretty gruesome place. It's a museum, so it's a historical... They don't do the whaling anymore, obviously, but it's a historical place where you can go and see the ships and equipment and tools they used to use.
Broken. This place seems half abandoned.
Have a little look around here.
A souvenir from a more prosperous era.
Mm.
I guess this blackboard hasn't been wiped for more than fishing equipment. Could do with some rust remover.
Just wandering around, don't mind me. Nothing can do in here. Guess we'll go talk to Fitzroy.
The Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
Interesting place, isn't it? We'll go up there in a second. Let's get on to Fitzroy.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests.
Charles
on
Hawkins.
the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
On the table next to me. I mean, was he talking about this? Oh, this one. Okay, well, what was over here?
I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman, Cat.
The terms of our agreement are clear. Keep your men under control. You cannot afford to provoke us. No need to answer this message. Just make your payment to the carrier. Okay. That's a new clue. We'll go and talk to him in a second about it.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. But that's all I'll get from them.
The rest of the document is blacked out, so there's hidden information. Someone's hiding something. So this has taken me a little bit of a surprise, this. I didn't remember or realise this was... Where did he go? Oh, he's out this way. That it was a kind of detective game. I'm not usually very good at these types of games.
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Well, first of all, the documents were
The
unreadable.
manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
You tell me.
I don't know. It's not my signature next to that of Charles Hawkins.
I'm at sea for more than half the year. Anyone could have done it during my absence. What seems really important to me is that the dates on these manifests indicate that Charles probably had other contracts.
I was thinking the
But not
same
with you,
thing.
though.
So what about this warehouse?
I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty.
Where is it?
Can't miss it.
Mind you, I didn't spot it.
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
No.
You tell me.
I thought you would have worked it out. It belonged to Charles Hawkins. Ship owners from father to son.
I see. That explains those loading manifests. Too bad I can't get much out of them. I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse.
So, let's see if he's got any other options. Who's Cat? Who's that lady in the bar?
I found a threatening letter signed by a certain Cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
Ask him about the whale.
I'm just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
Killer whales don't have many known predators.
That's true. And normally, they're not found around here. But, you're gonna take me for a fool.
Give it a try.
Have you heard about the depths?
Oh, yeah.
Trenches that plunge into the earth and that shelter creatures unlike any other.
You're talking about mythology.
Ha! Indeed, you're right.
Legend. So why are they putting it back?
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least.
Alright. I'm going to ask him about
The
this.
miraculous catch. Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailor's return to Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on a wall of the stranded whale.
Oh, we read it, didn't we? Alright, then I guess we're
I
off
shall be on my way.
to the warehouse.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
So the reason... Okay, we've got a character point there. One of the reasons I'm not very good at these types of games is... These detective games is my brain doesn't usually retain information that's just spoken at me. People's names and things like that. I remember experiences much more easily. I remember doing or being in places. But when it comes to someone just telling me something, talking at me, a lot of the time my brain's not even really paying attention.
This
And
man and Fitzroy could be twins.
I could, I might remember some things if I try really hard. But that tends to take a lot of concentration and my brain kind of zones out most of the time.
What a macabre souvenir.
It would help if there were people watching this stream. Is that? Can I just fall down there? Okay, no, it's just an opening. To have viewers. Have I looked at all three of these? Yes. So it tends to be why I can't really remember a lot of what I'm told in these games. But, I thought it was just going to be a sort of story-driven kind of narrative experience, which it is, but it's obviously more of an investigative... Can I get past you there, mate? More of an investigative, like detective game, which is fine. I'll do my best. We can only do our best in this life. Get a bit of a move on here, so probably now we can get down. They weren't there before, were they? Now we could probably get down that alleyway, yes. Let's go see what these guys are up to.
We're no longer at home on our own island.
Calm down. It's not worth the effort.
I told him, that flunky, that he'll see what a real sailor has in his belly.
If you continue like that, everyone will see what you've got in your belly.
I hope so. I hope they don't forget the lesson. Me? I'm not scared of
Looks like that smoke's coming from behind me, doesn't
going
it?
to cut you open, you idiot.
God, that
Calm
looks
down.
cool. Wish I had that effect. Wish I had that effect on my overlay. That'd be a cool effect, wouldn't it? Okay, these guys are just whatever. They're a bit random, aren't they? Now, like I said, I've played this game before. I don't remember any of this, what I'm doing here, but I do remember that somewhere over here there's a drunk... Is there a couple of drunk people that want me to get... These two here, something about getting them a drink. And I didn't get much farther than where I'm at now. And got nowhere, like I say, I mean... I know those guys over there, they're not to be messed with. That's all I can remember that too. Alright, buddy.
You live here?
Why did you do that, huh?
We saw what you did to St. Brendan.
Yeah, we'll
Who?
teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
Who's St. Brendan?
I've never heard of this saint. Is it a local belief?
But everyone knows St. Brendan, the Navigator.
He's the patron saint of whales and whalers.
Oh, I see.
What happened to the statue?
Go see for yourself. He's at the end of the jetty.
There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait, now that I think about it, it's got to be them. There's one of them who's always going back and forth to the statue.
Quieter. That's all we need for them to hear us.
What brings you to dark water?
Me? How about you tell me a little bit more about those two?
Two guys behind you. What are they guarding?
The bootleggers. Scum.
They're protecting their territory. From whom, I wonder?
They really don't have a choice anyway. They're more scared of Cat than an attack by drunken sailors.
If only they would kill each other.
Cat?
Is it Cat who's shaking down Captain Fitzroy?
Hold on just a minute. We didn't tell you a thing.
Nothing at all.
Don't have any
Isn't
work.
it a bit early for alcohol?
We got nothing better to do anyway. There's not much work around here.
Fitzroy gives us a few chores every now and again, but since the whaling station shut down, ain't a lot of jobs left around here.
So we drink.
Alright, and this Saint Brendan?
That statue represents your local saint.
What do you mean by local, exactly?
You wouldn't be looking down at us, like all townspeople do.
St. Brendan. He protected whalers and fishermen like us. Until those assholes defaced him.
Alright, let's
I've
get
taken
out of
enough
here.
your time.
We'll see you later.
Not sure about that, what I said before, about them they wanting a drink or something like that. I can't remember now. Maybe I got that confused with something else. You okay there, buddy? Just having a smoke? Let's go check out this statue. Can I get up there? No. Oh, that's leaning, so I don't remember anything about climbing. Oh, what have I done there? Press Y. Okay, so that's probably functions as some kind of torch. Oh, okay. Don't know where I'm going here.
Damnation.
Oh, okay.
Broken.
Bugger. So now what? Can I not?
It's no use. The padlock won't give.
Bugger. So that means I'm broke. It's broken now. Wonder if that happens every time. Let's have a look here. Runes. It's got runes painted on it.
St. Brendan, patron saint of sailors and travelers. Desecrated. I can't even say which language it's written in.
So we've got to get inside the warehouse. What did we get a new... Well, we got 1 point. So what are we going for psychology, weren't we, at the minute? Let's just stick to the same one until we level it up. Oops. You have to validate that. Then validate away. Who's this guy now? Okay, the captain. Offer to help me in my investigation. Does the patron saint of Wales and whalers still protect the sailors of Darkwater? Visibly, there were other gods before Saint Brendan, and their worshippers do not seem to be of this opinion. The locals still worship the old saint, but a mark was made on the statue by another cult. If you ever see me looking up here, by the way, I'm looking at the chat just to see if anything's popped up. Where are we? Chapter 2. Okay, so we're picking up a few more items here. Alrighty, looks like we're pretty good so far. So we're not really getting any revelations at this point. My general sense of this environment is that there's something, like I say, there's something going on. I get the feeling, you know, and knowing what I know about the occult and H.P. Lovecraft, there are sinister goings on in the background. We're likely to encounter some kind of cult soon. And probably the worshippers of some horrific, monstrous entity who may or may not be living in those waters there, but has been relegated to some kind of status of legend, of local legend. Alright, let's see what's going on over here. I could have sworn these two guys wanted a drink. Tell you what, they had one more option, didn't they?
Well, look who's back.
Did you miss us?
Well, I checked out the statue. Nothing, I can't say anything about it.
Peculiar house.
Yeah, that's where we live. Our boat.
It's not because it doesn't float anymore that we're going to abandon it.
Alright, you two, I'll leave you to it.
I've taken enough of your time.
We'll see you later.
this out, I'll have serious problems with you-know-who.
I bet that you hid them somewhere in your hut on the docks.
Not even. And don't go looking there.
What's this then?
How could you be dumb enough to leave the entrance to the warehouses unguarded?
Keep your voice down. Why not go and shout at the cat while you're at it? I don't want to end up with her little knife under my throat.
It's a stiletto, you idiot. And with that smell on your breath, I don't give you much chance anyway.
Okay. So he's lost something, or he's stashed something? He's hidden something away. I'm gonna go down there just yet. Where's the warehouse again? It's that big building there. I'll tell you what, let's just approach them. We've checked everywhere else, haven't we?
No idea. You better keep it shut.
Where we don't have a clear conscience.
Quiet. What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
We saw
Just
you
looking.
talking to the two soaks. Go die of thirst, the lot of you. It'll stink less.
Let's look into this one. Know anything about this? Actually, let's ask about Cat.
She's your boss.
What? You listen through keyholes.
She's the boss, yeah. She says who goes in or not.
Shut up, you dummy. You wanted to know that you also talk too much.
Should we try and
It must be
lie?
quite intimidating if she can make two men like you tremble.
She redid the smile at the last one who wanted to get in.
I hope he had a good dentist.
No, you don't understand. She really cut him a new smile.
But he only smiles with the left cheek.
She sounds frightening, your boss.
And she doesn't like to be talked about behind her back.
I went to see the statue of St. Brendan.
What makes you think we did it?
We're bootleggers, not savages.
Who do you think defaced the statue?
What do I know? They could have done it by themselves.
Who?
The sailors.
Who else, in your opinion? And who's interested?
So, who are you?
Are you stupid or are you doing it on purpose?
Everybody knows us on Darkwater.
I've just arrived.
Let's just say we're standing guard for the owner of the site. And we let no one enter her property.
Maybe we should try and lie to them.
I've got to enter the Hawkins warehouse.
Could have consequences though, couldn't it? This sorts of
Very
games
simple, in fact.
do tend
Fuck
to have
off.
consequences if you
I
get
don't give a
caught.
damn about your racket. I just want to get into this warehouse.
Get caught lying or
We
whatever.
don't give a damn about you. Whatever your reason for wanting inside, there's nothing we can do for you.
Just give it a try.
Gentlemen, you have a problem.
What? Who do you take yourself for, stranger?
Your boss is very unhappy with your work.
Oh yeah? You're bluffing.
She said those knuckleheads are incapable of staying at their post.
Darn it.
You think he's telling the truth?
We'll find out. Prove that you really know Cat.
It's risky to question my word. I wouldn't like you to get cut with a certain Italian knife.
Okay. You've convinced us.
And it's she who sent you? What do you want from us?
I
Move.
thought I made it clear. I have to take a look inside the Hawkins warehouse. Leave me alone, and I'll put in a good word for you with Cat.
Okay, it's a deal.
Well, now I'm in completely unknown territory because I never got past these two when I played last time. Actually, I think I might have got stuck somehow. I think I might have got stuck trying to get past them. Where are we at now? 1 hour. Keep going for a little bit longer. So I have no idea about anything now. What do we got here? Booze. Okay, so we just got to try and get into the warehouse. Although we're likely to discover other things, aren't we? Got a hole in the ground there down to a cellar of some sort. Can't get through the window. Is this into the warehouse, is it? No, the big warehouse is over. I'm confused. Is that the warehouse there, that huge place in the background, or is it this? Maybe we've got to make our way to that area. I hope we can get inside this one. Don't break on me, will you? Yes.
Perfect.
Yes. Maybe that happened last. Maybe last time that's what happened. I can't quite remember.
What is the connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case?
To enter a reconstruction scene, hold left trigger and right trigger. Bloody hell. Sorry about that. Alright, so we're now reconstructing, are we? Medicine.
Who has enough money to buy painkillers, but stays in a place like this?
Crazy people.
It smells as bad as it looks.
Occultists. Occultists, that's who. Not necessarily crazy, but...
Can't sleep. I know how that feels.
Deep.
Is this one of Sarah Hawkins' paintings?
What's that hand doing there? What's that hand doing down there? I don't want to leave it. Oh, okay. How strange. Who's that? Can I crouch? Yes. Can't really tell. So this looks like some kind of male figure. Psychology.
What is this picture?
Jesus
of Charles
Christ.
Sarah Hawkins
Blind me. Okay, so this is some kind of altar type situation, isn't it? And these fucking fish heads are being pinned up on the wall. I missed that. What was that? What did that say to the right then?
What happened here?
I don't know. Oh, okay. So it reconstructs it. So he's punched the mirror. Is that it now? Yes, okay, so nothing else. Alright, let's get out of here. Watch your eyes. Jesus Christ. God, I'm not playing this in the dark. So we've got a character point. Let's get on to the old... was it psychology? Yes. Came in handy then, didn't it? Alright, we've got our level up. Where are we? Sanity's still good. I've never encountered the sanity mechanic. So this is the warehouse. Officially unused since Charles Hawkins' death, this warehouse recently housed a clandestine resident. Clandestine? Signs of life attest to the fact. The presence of blood-stained bandages must also be noted. Removed from a wound. Pills, painkillers, sleeping pills. Occupant seems to be obsessed with Sarah Hawkins by the presence of several documents connected to the artist's life. The discovery of a partly charred painting recognised by Officer Bradley as having come from the Hawkins mansion that allows all doubts to be lifted as to the link between the contents of this building and the Hawkins case. Aha. How bizarre. Alright, so what, now we can leave, can we? Is that it?
Someone has settled in here.
And whoever it is
Uh-oh.
has something to tell me about the Hawkins case. Is there anyone in there?
Oh, shit.
Yo, don't move! Detective Pierce. I told you to stay away from this warehouse.
Strength professional. Psychology. Someone else is interested in Hawkins. Let's see if we can team up.
It's clear that you knew the victims. I'm sorry to dig up bad memories.
I can still see the poor child lying burned on the floor of their drawing room.
Look like it
We
worked.
had to tear him off. The marks must still be there. They're in my mind anyway.
It's horrendous. I'm going to need your experience to bring him justice, Officer Bradley. Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it. It was in the Hawkins mansion when we came to investigate the fire.
So you confirm that it was removed from the crime scene. Interesting. I'd like to go and see the mansion now.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail? I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car's parked down the way. Andrews, would you please shut the door? And open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right under your nose. God damn it. Her again. This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Oh, that fat is he?
Why you?
Look at him.
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
Who the hell are you? What were you doing on my turf? I've got my eye on you. We'll meet again.
I've been quite impressed with the voice acting so far. I don't know about her too much, but...
Look behind you, at the top of the ridge. You see the building? That's the Hawkins mansion. Come on, we got some driving to do.
Chapter 3. Pierce managed to get into the warehouse. The place, thought to be abandoned, revealed some surprises, signs of recent occupation as well as a partly charred painting. Interrupted in his searching by Officer Bradley, Pierce convinced him to join his investigation. The police officer is willing to drive the detective to the Hawkins mansion. Alright, Chapter 3. So what I might do is I'm going to have to enter madness again. But I'll probably leave this episode here, and I might do a little bit more later on. I'm in unknown territory now when it comes to this game, so I'm quite interested to see how it progresses. I know there are shooting mechanics in the game because I checked out the controls for it when I started it up, and there's a shooting trigger, you know. So at some point, whether or not enemies come and attack us, or I don't know, maybe you just got to shoot something, but I'm interested to get to the nightmarish occultism that is inevitably going to manifest at some point. So let's enter this, but we'll bring the stream to an end in a second.
Well, here we are, Hawkins mansion. The place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
Alright, well, we'll have a little look into this. Actually, so I'll quit here. Alright, well, it's getting interesting now. So we've progressed to Chapter 3. And, yeah, I guess we'll just wait and see how this story unfolds. So far, so good. So, thank you for joining me for our first episode of Call of Cthulhu. And, like I say, I might play again a little bit later on. I'll see how I feel after I have a rest. Otherwise, it'll be back for another episode tomorrow. So stay tuned. Hopefully, hopefully. Outros can be tricky, you know. Hopefully, you'll be there. Hopefully, I'll see you there. And if I don't see you there, well, I don't know what else to say. Thank you for joining me for another episode. And that control doesn't work. And